Hello students. Today we are going to start with the last topic of this chapter, that is called ARM. So basically the full form of ARM is Architecture Reference Model. Let us quickly see what is ARM. So ARM generally have two major parts. That is, one is for reference, and second is the reference architecture. Right. So basically, it's having two parts: a reference model and a reference architecture. Right. So architecture reference model is generally the most complete model and reference for architecture, right? So it is possible that a real system may not have all the model entities or architectural element, but it's a kind of reference model, right? If we are preparing any kind of model or software or anything, right? So it shows the reference. First of all, it will generate a reference model, and after that, on the basis of that particular reference, it will create an architecture, right? So let us look to the first one, that is IoT reference model. Here in the figure, you can see a diagram of reference model. In that, at the lowest point here, you can see the IoT domain model. Now, this IoT domain model is generally based, or we can say it's generally include the concept on which the model is going to be prepared, right? Or the system or the IoT system is going to be prepared, right? So it will basically give the concept that explain the model, and it will represent the IoT system on which it is totally dependent. I mean to say, the major concept or idea behind those particular IoT system, right? After that, in the second slide here, you can see the IoT information model, right? This information model generally handle the functional components, like to generate an information or to gather the information related to this particular system. After that, we have third block, in which it's having various small department in it. In the first one is communication functional group, that is FG. Now this IoT functional model will look after all the functions that is going to be happen during the reference model, and while we are preparing the original model for that, I mean the architecture for that, it will look after all the functional groups that is going to be work during this whole architecture, right? Or during the whole system. After that, we have one more, or we can say the last phase of it. It's an IoT communication model. Now, this IoT communication model generally refers for the communication purpose. That is communication with the stakeholders, or the user, or the project manager, anyone, right? So it's having one part of it, that is the for the communication model, right? So this whole system will consist of reference model, ARM reference model. Here, okay, here the foundation of this IoT reference architecture. Description in an IoT reference model is given. A reference model describes the domain using a number of sub-models as a given in the figure, right? So it will include sub-models in the particular domain, in the particular reference model, right? The domain model here shows the architecture model, and it will capture the main concept of the entities in the domain in questions, right? Secondly, when this common language refer or references are established, the domain model add description about the relationship between the concept. Right. First of all, it will fit the main concept in this particular domain model. After that, it will what it will create. It will create an or it will establish an relationship. Right. It will add a description to it, and also shows the relationship between the different concepts. Now, these concepts and relationship generally serves on the basis of development of an information model, right? What are the information given or fed into this particular reference model? It will look after to it, and it will also add the relationship on the basis of this development, right? So, of this information model, right? Because a working system need to be capture and process information about its main entities and their interaction, right? So particularly it will add those in system, and it will fed some needs of this particular system and processes, right? Now, after that, next point is a working system that captures the operations on the domain and information model contain concept and entities of its own, and this need to be described in a separate model, that is the first one, right? After that, coming to the third model, that is or third block we can say, or third stage we can say, in which it's having its functional model. So basically it will by the two model it will gather the relationship among this, it will store the entities or the concept behind the whole particular model. In function model it will capture and operate the domain and information model generally, and it will contain the concepts and entity of it, right, by its own. Now, this IoT system will contain communicating entities, and therefore the corresponding communication models need to capture the communication interactions of these entities. Right? What it will do, it will this IoT system will contain communication entities first of all, and it will do the communication model, communication with each other, and it will do interaction of this particular entity, right? So this is all about the reference model of this ARM. Now, coming to the second part of it, that is the reference architecture. Now, this architecture is a system. It's a communication tool for different stakeholders of the system. Right? Whoever the stakeholder for this particular system, it's for them only, right? So it's for them to communicate with the system or to see the whole communication for the system, right? So developer and component and system manager, partner, suppliers, customers, that is the users or end users, have different views on a single system particularly. So based on the requirement and specific interaction with the system, it will create on a system architecture, right? So as a result, it's described M2M in IoT system. It will involve the presentation of multiple facts of this system in order to satisfy the different stakeholders, right? So it will describe the architecture in M2M and IoT system, and it will involve such things to get to satisfy the customer or the stakeholders, right? So this task becomes more complex when the architecture is described on higher level abstraction compared with the architecture on real functioning, right? So it's quite more complex or complicated, we can call it, as comparing to the higher level abstraction with the lower level, right? So this high level abstraction is generally called a reference architecture, right? So it serves as a reference for generating concrete architectures and the actual system what is going to be developed, right? So this is the image of this architecture model, reference architecture, concrete architecture, and actual system. This shows the difference of it. Right here, the concrete architecture are built instantaneously or rather than that of abstract and higher reference architecture. Right, this concentrate architecture generally elaborate and mapped into the real world. Right, it shows the detailing of this particular system or the components that is ultimately connected with the real world components by designing it, building engineering, and test the different components to the actual system, right? So this reference architecture captures generally captures the essential part of the architecture, first of all, such as design principle, related guidelines of it, or a part of monitor or interaction with the physical system or physical world, right? So this is all about the reference architecture. Fine. So this is the general overview of ARM, how it works, what is reference model and reference architecture in the ARM, right? Yes. So if you have any doubt or query with this particular topic, you can surely contact me. Thank you so much. And yes, with this, we are going to end our session, and chapter 2. From the next session, we are going to start with the new chapter and the new topic. Thank you so much.